What's up, y'all? It's James Roan, and I'm here to talk about my first solo album, Enter In. So, Enter In came out in 2018. However, I worked on it for maybe about, I don't know, like 2, 3 years before it was actually finished, right? So, I came up with the concept. I figured out how many songs I wanted. I knew how I wanted it to sound. But it was one of those things where it was like, man, like if I'm gonna come out with something like this for my first album, like it gotta sound exactly how I want it to sound. So it took me a while. I was like shuffling through beats, changing up songs, taking songs out, putting songs on. Um, the funny thing is how the album even came about. Even something simple as the cover. The cover was made by accident. I was at my boy Chris's house and standing on his balcony in Miami Beach, and he took a picture of me. I was just standing there just looking at the water. He was like, yo, stay right there. He got his phone, took a picture, and there we had it. He added a filter after that, and there it was. And I had the album cover for maybe about a good 6 months to a year before I even decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna use this as my album cover. I didn't come up with the name until a few months after that. So it was just so funny how everything just magically came together. It was literally like magic. Some things were unintentional. There was a lot of things that were on the album that was so great that wasn't even intentional. That was the crazy part about it. So the album name Enter In, I came up with because I wanted to do something with time. Everything I do always have to revolve around time because time is the most important thing we have. So Enter In is the name of the album, right? So there's 3 different concepts behind the name. So if you look at the album cover, you will see Enters on one side, In is on the other side, and then you have this small little black dot in the center, or inner punk. That's the grammatical term. So the inner punk represents me, or you, if you listen to the album. The album in itself is about success. Everybody has their own definition of what success means to them, right? So the meaning behind Enter In is, for me at least, the album could do 1 or 2 things. One, if it doesn't get me to where I want to be at, it can either A, enter me into the industry, or if not, it would be the end of my career. So that's the first concept. I'm in the middle. The album can either enter me into the game, or it can be the end of my era musically, right? The second concept is the album is about success, which means I know that I'm gonna get to where I want to be at in my own success, right? That's my right. So once I do enter into the industry, it would be the end for everybody else. So I feel like I would take over. I feel like, with my skills, my love for music, me knowing the history of it, me being a student of the game, I feel like I could change the game. So I feel like it'll be the end of everybody else. And what I mean by that is, you have artists that come along that has something that's so different. And, a lot of people don't want to take risks when it comes to that. A lot of people might know an artist that could be so talented or that could be so gifted and take things to the next level, but it's so different. They don't want to seem weird to the rest of their peers, or they don't want to take a risk talking about that artist to everybody else because it's not the norm. It's not what everybody else is listening to. So they feel like, you know what, nah, I'm not going to say nothing, whatever. So that's that. So it can either A, enter me into the industry, it could be the end of my career, or once I enter into the industry, it'll be the end for everybody else. The third concept is, if you listen to the album, the first half of the album is very low, smooth, low key, very chill, right? And then the second half of the album is more upbeat, more happier tones, gets you in more of a uplifted mood, right? If you look at the cover, Enter is in blue, end is in red. So enter being blue, blue is a cool color, and is a warm color. So the low frequency songs or smoother songs represents the cool side. The ends or high frequency songs represents red, which is a warm color, which is the warm side. Now the album is about success, which means that success usually everybody think goes like this, right? Which we all know it doesn't. Success goes like this all through, back through Mars and Pluto and Jupiter and everywhere else, right? So in reality, if you listen to the album, it starts off smooth, you kind of catch a rhythm, and then there's that dip. The dip is the song I Just Don't Know, which is one of my favorite cuts off the album. So that's basically the second guessing. Even when things could be going perfect, things could be going so great for you. As human beings, we tend to overthink sometimes and even still second guess. So you have enter, cool, low frequencies, and then boom, there's that dip of like second thought, second guessing. That's I Just Don't Know, and then boom, it picks back up again, and then going towards the end. Higher frequency songs, better moves, more uplifting, and the warm colors. So that's basically the concept in itself of enter in. Came out 2018. It's 2021 now, but it doesn't matter, because when you make something that's timeless, it transcends time. You can listen to a song that's 3 years old and it'll sound like it just came out if it was made the right way, if it came from the right place. And like I said, if the sound transcends time and it's timeless, it doesn't matter. So I hope you guys really find the concept. I didn't want to get too deep into it, but I love concept stuff. I love creating stories with what I do. A lot of the album was very, very inspired by Kanye West's Graduation, Kendrick Lamar's Damn, Frank Ocean's Blonde, Rhapsody's Layla's Wisdom, and Big Crit's Forever Is a Mighty Long Time. At the time when I was making the music, that's what it was inspired by. So there's that. I will be going through the rest of the album song by song. You guys comment below, let me know what you think about the concept. And yeah, I appreciate all your support. James Roan.
I'm the one that you've come to see, and I know that you shouldn't run from me. And I decide when life should be more fun for me. But I just wanna live